Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betkraft. Okay, it's another beautiful Friday morning, and today we have so many games, going on. Actually, UEFA Nations League matches, going on in Europe today. And amongst these games, we selected a few of them and looked at, those games before bringing it up for you. We actually looked at how they fared from home and also from away, as well as their recent games, how they performed in recent times before bringing it forward for you. All right, in a short while, we'll be looking at this match. It's 1:30 hour, but I want to ask those of us who are yet to subscribe to our channel. You're coming across our channel for the first time, but you're not subscribed. Kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will always come up on this channel on a daily basis. Okay, without further ado, let's get to the business of today. And today we'll be starting with the very first match, the toughest match for today. It is actually the match between France and Italy, in the UEFA Nations League, match. All right, looking at France in the last recent 6 games that they had, they've actually been able to achieve 2 victories, 3 draws, as well as 1 loss. And away side, Italy on the other hand have won 2 games as well. They also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 6 recent encounters. All right, when you take a look at how these 2 teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can as well see that the French team, the home side, have actually won 7 games in the last 10 home games that they had, and they've also had 1 loss as well as 2 draws in the past 10 home games that they had. And away side, Italy, playing from away, have actually not been able to achieve much, seeing that they've only won 3 games from away, and they've had 3 draws, but they've lost 4 matches in the past 10 away games that they had so far. As a matter of fact, the last away game they played, I saw them losing out on that occasion. And the last time both teams met, which was in 2018, saw France defeating this side by 3-1, and we also saw France defeating them prior to that very last game by 3-1 once again. And it has always been France who has been very dominant of this side. And saying that France has been a very good side, and they are the Euro finalists, and with the level of squad that they have, we do expect to see a very home dominated match in this very one. So we expect to see the home side France either to win or draw and under 3.5. That's a very game, home win or draw and under 3.5. Okay, and that takes us to the next. It is also in UEFA Nations League qualifying match. We'll have Kazakhstan who will be up against Norway, and Kazakhstan have actually won 1 match in the past 6. They've lost 5, and Norway, their away side, have actually been able to win 1 game. They've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 6 recent encounters. When you look at performances from home and away perspective for both sides, you could see that Kazakhstan have actually won 7 games in the past 10 home games, and that they've had 3 losses as well. And on away side, Norway have actually managed to win 4 games from away. They've also had 2 draws, but they've lost 4 games as well in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. So but if you look closely, Norway actually lost against all those losses came in the match against a very strong side, the likes of Netherlands, Denmark, and Spain. But looking at Kazakhstan, their losses actually came against the likes of Moldova, Slovenia, and Finland. All right, that tells you that away side is actually a very strong side, and we know that they have the likes of Odegaard and Haaland in their ranks. Norway is a very strong team, and we expect to see them winning this match outrightly. It is away side to win. That's what we expect in this very one. Okay, and that takes us to the next for today. It is also UEFA Nations League qualifying match. We'll have Kosovo who will be up against Romania. Okay, Romania. Kosovo have actually won 2, and they've had 1 draw, but they've lost 3 in the past recent 6 games that they had. And Romania, on the other hand, have won 1. They've drawn 3 games, but they've also had 2 losses in the past recent 6 encounters. When you look at how these 2 teams have performed from home and away perspective, you could see that Kosovo have actually been able to achieve 3 victories, and they've lost 2 matches in the past 10 home games, but they've also had 5 draws as well. And looking at away side, Romania, on the other hand, Romania have won 3 from away. They've also lost 2, and they've been able to achieve 5 draws in the past 10 away games. When you look at these two teams, they've actually it is draw that actually been very recording in most of their matches, both home and away. So in this very account, we also look at how they fared in the last time they met. We saw Romania defeating Kosovo on that occasion by 2-0, but Romania played from home on that occasion, and in this very account, we do expect their way side Romania, who we saw a glimpse of what they can be able to perform in the Euros that just ended, a few months ago. So we do expect to see, the result from their away side Romania to either win or draw and under 3.5. All right, that's what we expect. We win or draw and under 3.5. That's a value for that very game. All right, that takes us to the next for the day. Also in UEFA Nations League, where we'll have Belgium coming up against Israel. Okay, Belgium have actually been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 6, and they've also lost 2, but have had 1 draw. And away side, on the other hand, Israel have been able to achieve 2 victories, 1 draw, as well as 3 losses in the past 6 encounters. When you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, Belgium have actually been able to achieve 6 victories playing from home. They've had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games they had. And Israel, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 4 victories from away, 2 draws as well as 4 losses in the past 10 away games that they played so far. All right. Okay, when you look at how they fared from head to head, you see that the last time they met was in 2015, far back. We saw Belgium defeating them on that occasion by 3-1. Prior to that, earlier that same year, Belgium was able to also defeat this side from away by 1-0. And we know that Belgium is actually a very strong side with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and the rest of them, Lukaku, Jeremy Doku and the rest, a lot of wonderful players in that Belgium side. So we would expect them, playing from home to actually, seal victory in this very one. It is the home side to take win our show. At least that's what we expect in that very game. All right, that takes us to the next for the day and out of UEFA Champions League match. Actually in Wales Feeders League, we'll have Flint Mountain coming up against Dey Town. Okay, Flint Mountain in the past 6 recent games have actually been able to achieve 3 victories, and also they've lost 3 out of the past 6 recent games that they had so far. And that way side on the other hand, Dey Town have won 2 games. They have lost 4 in the past 6 recent encounters. And looking at how these 2 teams have performed from home and away perspective, you can also see that Flint Mountain, the home side, have actually won 6 games in the past 10 home games that they had so far, and they've lost 4 out of it. They've won 6, but have lost 4. And the away side on the other hand, playing from away, Dey Town have managed to achieve 2 victories from away. They've had 1 draw, but have lost 7 games in the past 10 away games that they had so far. That tells you that they're not the best sides playing from away, and in this very encounter we will expect to see a victory for the home side. It is Flint Mountain to pick up the spoils in this very encounter. Home win. That's our body for that very game. Okay, and that takes us to the next, which are going to be the last for today. It is actually in Denmark 2nd division, where we have Nykøbing coming up against Fremad Amager. All right, Nykøbing, the home side, have been able to achieve 2 victories, but they've also lost 4 games in the past 6 recent encounters. But the away side of Fremad Amager have actually won 4 games from the past 6 recent games. They've actually had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 6 recent encounters. And when you take a look at how these 2 teams have performed from a one-away perspective, you can as well see that the home side Nykøbing have been able to achieve 5 victories from home. They've also lost 5 games in the past 10 home games that they played out so far, and that tells you that 50% of the home matches have actually seen them winning, and they've also lost 50% of those home matches. And looking at the away side, Fremad Amager, you could see that they've actually won 6 games in the past 10 away games, and they've had 4 losses as well. Not a single one being a draw. They've actually won 6 and they've lost 4 from away. Tells you that 60% of the away games that they played have actually resulted to a victory for the away side, Fremad Amager, and they've lost 4 games in the past 10 away games. And then the last 4 away games that they played out so far saw them winning convincingly from away. All 4 games that they played out so far. And the last time both teams met, which was in March this year, saw them playing out a 1-1 draw that was a club friendly, and the other one prior to that we also saw Nike defeating this Fred Amaga from away by 4-1. So in this very encounter, it is. And when you look at the entire head-to-head meetings for both sides, you can also see that out of the past 10 head-to-head meetings, it is actually 8 out of the past 10 that actually produced that over 2.5 score line. And in this very one, we will expect nothing less than a minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter. It is either side to win plus over 2.5. That's all about it for that very encounter, and that concludes our predictions for you today on Betkraft. All right, I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes great. Also remember, it is a football game. Play responsibly. Sometimes things do happen, and it will not, it may not go to how we planned it. But we don't pray for that. We pray for success in this very one. All right. Tomorrow is another day. On Saturday, we'll be having lots of games going on, and we'll be having our predictions here. And I wouldn't want you to miss out. But until then, keep winning.